Hello everyone and welcome back to Kelly Telly. Today we're going to be looking at the second reaction of life, one that we didn't speak about yesterday. That is cellular respiration or just respiration in general. Hopefully it should have some sort of link up to photosynthesis, but we'll have a bit of a look at that a little bit later. So what is respiration? So the first thing you think about when you think of respiration is inhaling and exhaling, breathing in and breathing out. And that's good because a major component of respiration is taking in oxygen gas and exhaling um, carbon dioxide. It uses the organs you see in front of you, the respiratory system, particularly the lungs. The lungs take in this oxygen, transfer it into the blood, and then blood that doesn't have any oxygen anymore, has CO2, is brought back to the lungs, and the lungs release the carbon dioxide. Now, we're going to focus more on the chemical side rather than the biological side. So we're going to look at the different components of respiration. But first, let's get a definition. So respiration, when what you see in front of you here is just an example of a respirator. This is a medical device used to help people breathe when they're having trouble. The definition we're going to go with is a respiration is a series of chemical reactions that animals and plants use to produce the molecules water and carbon dioxide. So respiration is what we use to get energy. Now, this, let me add that in actually, give me a moment. Water and carbon dioxide, I'm going to say energy, water and carbon dioxide. So when we take in oxygen, we use that oxygen along with the food that we're eating to produce energy to help us function in our everyday lives. It also produces water and carbon dioxide as a byproduct there, so it's very important. Let's have a look at the reactants. Now, the main reactants of respiration, we have glucose and oxygen. I wonder if they seem familiar at all. Now, glucose we get from the food that we eat. So anytime you have a sandwich or if you have an apple, you get some form of sugar. So it might not be specifically glucose. We do need glucose though. You take that glucose and your body takes it and it uses the components of glucose broken down by digestion with the oxygen that we breathe in. Oxygen we get from the air around us as a product of photosynthesis. So we get the oxygen from the plants. These two reactants, glucose and oxygen, do help respiration to occur. Without them, they couldn't occur. And the important thing to note is that this reaction is exothermic. It produces energy. So that is the main reason that we are actually having this. We are respirating. It's to get this energy we need to survive in our everyday life. Let's have a look at the products. Two major products, water, carbon dioxide. And of course, the major one that I didn't list there is the energy that it produces. The reason I didn't put it down here is because it's not technically part of the equation. We don't, in chemistry, in science, we don't put down energy in our chemical reactions. It's only matter. I did put sun in the photosynthesis one because that is a catalyst for the reaction. And we'll talk about catalysts a little bit later in the year. For now, going through the products, water and carbon dioxide are produced in the chemical reaction of respiration. Obviously, you breathe out carbon dioxide, and with water, obviously you produce water that you use to help your digestion and also aid with saliva there. So there's lots of different uses for the water that we produce. Now these are the two main products. We've got water. Oh, I've done photosynthesis there. For respiration, we've got water and carbon dioxide as the major products there for respiration. As I said, we use this water for digestion. We use it when we're sweating. We need to constantly replenish this water because it does get used up in a lot of other chemical reactions within the body. But like I said, it produces water, carbon dioxide. Of course, the energy is the main thing that it produces there. All right, so let's have a look at the chemical equation here. So we've got glucose from the food that we eat plus oxygen leads to carbon dioxide and water. Also, what it produces is it's an exothermic reaction, is energy, and we use that energy to survive. So this is the basic gist of respiration. I hope that has helped you to understand it a little bit better, and yeah, make sure that you know this reaction. It's another important one that you will need. So let me know down below if you have any questions.